how do you measure ambition? For China, it's in trillions of yuan, and the largest engineering feats the world has ever seen. The Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam, with a price tag of $137 billion, is set to be the biggest dam in history, dwarfing even the mighty Three Gorges Dam. 1 trillion yuan? That's $137 billion. For a mega project so massive, it makes the Three Gorges Dam look like a kiddie pool. According to the Global Energy Monitor, China, the undisputed king of green energy, is on track to add nearly twice as much solar and wind capacity as the rest of the world combined. Their ambition? To lead the globe in green energy generation. And now they're taking on the ultimate challenge, harnessing the untamed fury of the Yarlung-Tsangpo River. On December 25, 2024, China announced the approval for the construction of the world's biggest dam on the river, the Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam. But here's where the story takes a dangerous turn. To power this green dream, China plans to drill straight through Namche Barwa, one of Earth's most unforgiving mountains. 4 to 6 tunnels, each 20 kilometers long, will divert half of the Yarlung-Tsangpo River's mighty flow, 2,000 cubic meters per second of relentless water. To put this into perspective, that's more than double the flow of the Colorado River, one of the largest in North America, rushing through these tunnels every second. What could go wrong, you ask? Well, let's start with the fact that this is an earthquake hotspot. One misstep, and we're talking floods, landslides, and destruction on an unimaginable scale. And that's not all. Downstream, India and Bangladesh are fuming. Why? Because this isn't just a dam, it's a weapon. A flood machine that could drown entire regions. Or a drought lever that could cripple agriculture and leave millions hungry. The Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam is more than just a mega project. It's a ticking time bomb with global consequences. Stay with us to uncover the shocking truth behind the world's largest, highest, most expensive, and most controversial dam project, the Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam, when ambition meets danger. 1.4 billion people, the world's second largest economy. This is China, where megaprojects aren't just ambitions, they're necessities. The Three Gorges Dam, a colossus generating 88.2 billion kilowatt-hours annually. The South-North Water Diversion Project, a lifeline redirecting rivers across 1,000 kilometers to quench the thirst of parched northern cities. Beijing Daxing International Airport, handling 100 million passengers every year, each one of these mega projects is a testament to China's colossal ambitions. But feeding this dragon isn't easy. With a booming population and ever-expanding industries, China's unrelenting thirst for electricity is unmatched. And now it has set its eyes on the ultimate prize, the Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam. Imagine a wall taller than the Empire State Building. It holds back enough water to fill 10 million Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's the scale of the Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam. Over 300 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity annually, enough to power 300 million homes. Compare this with the Three Gorges Dam's 88.2 billion kilowatt-hours annually, 3 times the output. With a budget exceeding $137 billion, which dwarfs the GDP of some nations, the Yarlung-Tsangpo Dam will become the largest infrastructure project ever undertaken. But, big dreams come with big risks. Deep in the heart of the Himalayas, the Yarlung-Tsangpo roars like a dragon unleashed, slicing through the planet's deepest canyon. A river so wild and powerful that people call it the Everest of rivers. This is the Yarlung-Tsangpo River. It's a force of nature carving through the deepest canyon on Earth, the Yarlung-Tsangpo Grand Canyon. The river drops an incredible 7,667 meters from its icy start in the mountains. It's like an endless waterfall of power, waiting to be used. But trying to control this river means taking on some of the toughest challenges on the planet. The plan? To build the biggest hydroelectric dam in the world. The location? A place so remote and dangerous that it's called Earth's last great frontier. Here, engineers face not just mountains, but one mountain in particular. Namche Barwa, a giant made of rock and ice, a towering behemoth in the eastern Himalayas. To control the river, they have to dig tunnels, 4 to 6 of them, each about 20 kilometers long, through solid rock. And it's not just any rock. This rock sits on one of the world's most active earthquake zones. Think about this. Every drill could cause the ground to shake. Every explosion might wake up hidden fault lines. The place where they want to build the dam, near a town called Metok in Tibet, is right on top of a spot where two tectonic plates meet. This area is famous for earthquakes. In 1897, a quake erupted with the force of 7.8 on the Richter scale, leveling everything in its path. Now, the engineers' every move dances on the edge of that same fury. The slightest misstep could awaken the sleeping giant beneath them. Now, imagine this nightmare. The dam cracks and breaks. Millions of cubic meters of water burst out all at once. The flood would start in Tibet but wouldn't stop there. It would rush into India, hitting Assam and flooding major cities like Guwahati. Farms, homes, and roads would be destroyed. And then the water would surge into Bangladesh, drowning the Brahmaputra Delta, a place where millions of people live and grow food. The damage? Huge. The loss of life? Unthinkable. The echoes of past failures ring loud. In 1975, China's Bangyao Dam crumbled under the strain, a nightmare of water and death. Up to 240,000 lives lost, entire communities erased. The Yarlung Tsangpo Dam, standing in a region far more treacherous, risks a catastrophe that could eclipse even that tragedy. India and Bangladesh, countries that depend on the Yarlung Tsangpo River, are worried. This dam could give one country total control over water, and that's a scary thought. What if floods or droughts were caused on purpose? The survival of millions could be at risk. The Yarlung Tsangpo flows into India, becoming the Brahmaputra River, and eventually feeds the farmlands of Bangladesh. Millions of people rely on it for farming, fishing, and drinking water. Changing the flow of the river could dry up farms, harm animals, and leave entire communities struggling. In a region where tensions are already high, this dam could lead to big conflicts between countries. The dam could block more than water. It might also stop the flow of important sediments, the soil and nutrients carried by the river that make farmland rich. Each year, the Brahmaputra carries 1.5 billion tons of sediment downstream. Without it, farms in India and Bangladesh could suffer. Crops like rice, which grow best in nutrient-rich soil, could see a drop in production by as much as 20%. Coastal areas in Bangladesh might face increased salinity as freshwater flow decreases, rendering soils less fertile. Entire villages might have to leave their homes because the land would no longer support farming. The impact on agriculture is only one part of the story. The river is also home to many fish, including migratory species like the Hilsa shad that swim upstream to lay eggs. If the dam blocks their way, fish populations will shrink. Over 300 kinds of fish live in the Brahmaputra, and fishing is a huge part of the local economy. In Bangladesh alone, a loss of fish could cost $1 billion every year and leave millions of fishers without a way to make a living. The effects ripple even further. The region's unique animals and plants are also at risk. Snow leopards and Tibetan blue bears, already rare, could lose their habitats. Alpine ecosystems, full of medicinal plants like the snow lotus and golden root, might disappear. These plants are important for traditional medicine and local culture. If these ecosystems are destroyed, it would hurt both nature and the people who rely on it. This isn't just about controlling water, it's about controlling power. In a region where countries are already on edge, taking control of such an important resource could cause major problems. India and Bangladesh could face environmental and economic disasters. Imagine the chaos if floods wiped out cities or droughts left fields dry. Could this project lead to a water war? The risk is very real. India has expressed significant concerns regarding the construction of the Yarlung Tsangpo Dam by China. To address these worries, India is ramping up its own hydropower projects on the Brahmaputra River and its tributaries, aiming to counterbalance China's growing influence over the shared river system. The Yarlung Tsangpo Dam is not just an engineering project. It's a test of humanity's ability to balance progress with responsibility. By tampering with the river's natural flow, the dam could devastate ecosystems, cripple economies, and escalate tensions in a region already fraught with political fragility. For millions living downstream, this isn't merely about generating electricity, it's about securing a future. As India and Bangladesh face the ripple effects of this project, the international community cannot afford to look away. Will we see cooperation? Or will this become another chapter in the history of resource-driven conflict? How will China wield its newfound control over the Brahmaputra River? Can downstream nations safeguard their people and ecosystems, or will they be left vulnerable to unpredictable water shortages? The stakes are too high for indifference. Share your thoughts. We'd love to hear your perspective. Comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Megaprojects Uncovered. Thanks for watching.